Looking at the jelly pudding in front of him, the Chancellor felt very resistant. After all, he wasn't really a groundhog. But to his surprise, after just one bite, he immediately fell in love with the taste. And so, they successfully became friends with the groundhogs, and found their way out of the maze. After a long journey, they finally reached the Lake of Light at the top of the mountain. Alien ran excitedly into the lake, telling her parents to come in quickly. But just then, through the reflection of the lake, her parents remembered everything. It turned out that they had been arguing with each other, no longer showing each other their good side, which allowed the darkness to take the opportunity to turn them into monsters. They hesitated. It seemed that their marital relationship had long since broken down. Even if they turned back, they would just keep arguing. Hearing her parents say this, Alien broke down. She didn't understand why her parents no longer loved each other. Why, after going through so much, did it come to this? She felt that her parents didn't love her at all. Instantly, negative emotions filled her heart, and the tornado returned. While venting against her parents, Alien was soon swallowed by the tornado. No matter how her parents tried to explain, Alien refused to listen to them. Just as her parents were trying to save Alien, the general suddenly appeared, leading his men to capture them and put muzzles on their mouths, leaving them no chance to explain. At that moment, they were extremely anxious, but trapped in an iron cage. They couldn't break free. At the critical moment, the old Chancellor arrived with the Groundhog Army, leading to the scene at the beginning. With the help of the Groundhog Army, the King and Queen were successfully rescued. Now the most important thing was to save their daughter. The King and Queen immediately rushed back to the valley. By then, their daughter had already begun to turn into a monster, and it seemed she wouldn't last much longer. The King looked at the Lake of Light above them, and suddenly came up with an idea. Then, using all their strength, they pried the mountain open. Next, they poured the golden lake water into the vortex. As golden starlight scattered, Alien finally regained her senses. Seeing her parents who had saved her, Alien's heart was filled with gratitude. At that moment, she realized that, although her parents no longer loved each other, their love for her had never changed. This gradually brought her peace, and the tornado completely dissipated. When it was all over, the family held each other tightly. Just then, a miracle happened again. With a dazzling golden light fading, her parents turned back into their human forms. In the end, they returned to the kingdom, and lived happily ever after. The only difference was that this time, the mother lived on the right side of the city, and the father lived on the left. That way, they wouldn't argue anymore, and Alien could go wherever she wanted. Though her parents were divorced, they were still a family.